Good day. Here's a more an inspection from the under the vehicle. You can see at the past vehicle went through some curb scratching and some had modification to the lower lip. Haven't touched it in my ownership. Little cracks and scratches at the side panels. Here you can see the front subframe has no corrosion at all. Been a Californian vehicle, and here I try to keep it indoors once the temperatures drop. You can see slight rust oxidation at the bushings and on the clamp of the sway bar mount, but other than that, it's all clean. Here's a lower control ball joint boot that is torn. It has no plate. Lower ball joints at both control arms have slight rips, but also has no play. Here's a passenger front shock absorber, but unfortunately the driver's front shock started to leak after hibernation parking. This is the first test drive that I did this year, and as you can see, fresh oil coming out from the upper seal from the shock. Bilstein do sell inserts for these uh, shocks since it's a part of the knuckle, so it's a near future project. Exhaust, as you can see, exhaust manifolds and exhaust pipes, they're not rusty, but you do see that I reused the original flange on the newer exhaust catalytic converters from a 97 850. Transmission is all dry, just slightly sweating with oil, but other than that, level is good and shifting good. Uh, the rear flex disc, I did replace it sometime in the past, same with the old transmission mount and engine mounts. Catalytic converters are functional. The car, once it warms up, does not stink at all, just on the first cold startup. Here's an X pipe that I did remove. The resonator installed an X pipe and then an H pipe, and also just later it's just a straight pipe. Here, the rear differential, it's not leaking, it's all dry. Bushings are all in good condition. Subframe bushings are good. Tires are decent. Rear shocks, they are dry, but most likely will need to be also replaced in near future. I think they're somewhat weak. So here are some pipes that I did the modifications myself. Sounds pretty crispy as for a V12, but this is not a race car. It's nice GT driver. No play at the rear suspension. Springs are all good. No rust, as you can see at the fender wells. It's all clean. Wheels are staggered from 18-inch wheels in parallels from a 7 Series. Fender wells are all clean. No rust. Under vehicle panels, it's also no rust. Everything's clean. You can see the brake lines also clean. Same with the fuel lines. Fuel filters were replaced in year past. Over here you can see oil residue coming from the power steering reservoir from the top. Whenever vehicle is parked more than a couple of months, the pressure accumulator in the power steering and brake, it will release back to the reservoir and have a leak. Here's an upper oil pan. I did resealed it 4 years ago, including the oil pan on the bottom. But I see that the cork gasket on the lower oil pan is seeping through a bit. But overall, as you can see, it's in a great shape for its years.